to our third exercise video. So myself, Shane, bringing the workout again. We've been gradually building up as we've gone along. Today no different, just gradually increasing the challenge, following a very similar format. We're just gradually introducing harder exercises as we go. Key things before beginning: again, you have a good space to work out in, good strong chair, your bottle of water, window open, just keep that air coming in, particularly as you warm up during the session. And also we will use weights, so you can use tins, bottles, anything that gives you some extra resistance. So let's begin with a warm-up, which I will lead in the seated position. So, sitting nice and upright in the chair. Just going to begin, first of all, with my hands together, arms out straight, and just lightly around in circles. So I'm keeping those arms straight, slowly around in circles, and then back the opposite way. Just to begin a nice little bit of movement. And back down. Keeping those hands together, in at your chest, so I want to push straight out in front, slowly return. So push from chest, slowly return. And we'll just continue that pressing action straight out from our chest, directly out in front, every time. Now, keeping our hands together, I want to press straight up towards the ceiling. So I might feel the shoulders a little bit more active with this motion as I push straight up towards the ceiling. And one. Keeping those hands together, I want to reach down as if towards my left foot and then up and across over the right shoulder. So reach your hands down towards left foot, up and across over the right shoulder. I'm not worried about the ranges. The main thing is that the range is comfortable to you. Don't force anything too high. Don't force anything too low. As I go one more time. Let's work through the opposite side. Reach those hands down towards the right foot, up and across over that left shoulder. Reach down, and then up and across. Just slowly moving through. Never rushing any of these movements, just taking a pace that's comfortable. Just opening up, warming up our body, preparing for harder movements ahead. Now, just going to bring those arms folded, nice and upright. I'll rotate to the right, and then over to the left. Just stretching out to our back. Always like to include that some form of rotation in our warm-up as I just move smoothly from one side to the next. Maybe just opening up a little bit further with each time. And once more. And back down. Bringing hands to legs, just gently stretching down. Hands towards feet. And just slowly straightening back up. Reaching down, straight back up. Okay, switching on to the lower limbs next. Let's just bring it into a march. Again, all just with a purpose, warming that body up, loosening everything out, and just switching on for some of our main movements. So from here, let's lightly extend the legs out, just alternating between right and left. And then again, just to return back into a march. And let's lightly extend those legs out again, just alternate. And then just in preparation for aerobic work, let's just switch those ankles on. Sit comfortable into your chair, right foot up, slowly around in circles, drawing as big a circle as you can with the toes of your right foot. So around in nice big circles. As much movement as you comfortably can through the ankle. Change the direction, reverse back the opposite way. Those nice big circles. And again, part of your challenge will be to slow this down. Naturally, we tend to speed through here, but just keep this one nice and slow. And switch. Left foot up. Let's again just slowly bring that foot up and around, drawing as big a circle as you can with the toes of your foot. And again, just opening up that ankle. We might hear a couple of clicks, cracks here. Just move nice and slow through as much range as you comfortably can. Change direction, back around the opposite way. Nice big circles, and again, I'm constantly telling my body to slow down. Naturally, I speed up. I want to keep this as slow as I can, this particular action. And down. Okay, so that is our warm-up completed. We're going to move into our first block of work, which is our aerobic work. Again, the ideal way to set up would be to stand behind your chair. You have that support if required. However, I will not obscure the view and I will just lead from this open position. I'm going to introduce 3 movements. Again, we've been building up slightly more challenging movements every week. Today is no different, just an extra little bit of challenge, but again, the key is go at your own pace. Slow it down if you need. Go a little bit more of a brisk pace if everything feels very easy and light. Find a pace that's right for you, but that you are in control of. So let's put the timer on. Okay, so my first movement is nice and tall. Arms out by my side, and I'm just going to take it into arm circles. So keep your arms straight by your side, and I want you to start moving slowly forward in circles. And by its nature, this action will get quite tiring. So if I were to start off really fast here, those arms are just going to tire out very fast. So just keep this nice and controlled. There's no need to hurry at any point here. Just keeping those arms straight and slowly forward in circles. Okay, so let's keep it moving here. Those shoulders really active. Might feel a little bit tired, but we're keeping at a nice controlled pace. Working for about 10 more seconds. I'll finish counting us down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My next movement. What I want to do is to open the arms out by my side, not too high, just a comfortable position. I want to bring right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee, and just continue to alternate. So just tapping one hand across to the opposite knee. So lift the knee, tap the hand across. Again, a pace that you are in control of, that you feel balanced and comfortable throughout. If this is difficult, you may just simply work on lifting the knee whilst holding your chair. Always adapt, make anything work better for you if you need to make any change. Again, we're exploring the movements on this first round. How do they feel? Are they hard? Are they easy? What kind of pace is right for me? We'll count it down, looking for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, third final movement. This is a half jack, so think of a jumping jack broken down into a really nice movement. So what I want to do, tap my right foot to the side, press the arm overhead, and that same action through the left. So continue to alternate, tap the foot, raise the arm. If that overhead position is a little uncomfortable, push across the body instead. Otherwise continuing with a nice overhead press. Just reach with the arm. Again, pace, really important. If I go really fast, might become breathless, might all become very uncomfortable. Equally, if it feels very easy, I might think about the second and third round, just moving at a slightly more brisk pace, giving myself more challenge. Finish, 3, 2, 1. There are the 3 actions. We continue seamlessly back into the start with our arm circles. So again, arms out, slowly forward in circles. Keeping those arms straight, control from your shoulders, and again this action if I were to go really fast, I would become I'd run out of power very quickly with this one. So just keep it nice and steady. No need to rush at any point. Plenty of challenge, this steady pace. Shoulders really switched on here. We combine these movements, we repeat them. We have a nice little aerobic block of work. So working the lungs, particularly with this phase of work. We'll finish 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Our knee taps. Again, just have the arms in a comfortable position. Right hand, left knee. Left hand, right knee. Again, we know all the movements this second round, so do you need to do them a little bit slower and just being kind of mindful of our balance, that you feel comfortable? Or did all the movements feel really good? And you can continue on at a nice brisk pace. Finding that balance, what works for you. Just tapping across, hand to opposite knee. Giving myself a good challenge. Right here as I talk, as that effort. As I talk, I'm moving, giving myself a challenge, but I can still hold or talk in a full sentence. I'm not completely breathless. 4, 3, 2, last, and again, third movement, those half jacks. So right foot, right arm, tap and overhead, opposite side. So continue on, working through the right, working through the left. Again, some of these movements been progressing, building up over the last 3 sessions. So you might find some of these harder, and very simply just slow that pace down if finding any of the work quite difficult. Breathing all the time, never holding my breath for any length or any of the movements. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One final round. Ask yourself, is this really tough, easy, how is it? And then accordingly continuing with the third round if comfortable to do so. So arms out, straight position, slowly forward in circles. Really working those shoulders in this position. I definitely feel now moving into this third round, that second round was tougher. This third round will be a little bit tougher again. So again, I'll just respond. If I need to slow it down, I will. If everything feels okay, I'll continue on at around the same pace throughout. Nice straight arms, slowly forward in circles. Breathing all the time. If at any point with this one you need to let the arms down, those shoulders might be a little bit tired here. 3, 2, 1, and down, reset. Knee taps. Arms by your sides, again, just in a comfortable position. Right hand, left knee, left hand, right knee. Continue on, those nice alternate taps. Lift the knee, tap the hand across. Keeping that upper body just nice and upright, just that I'm not bending into the movement. Good lift of the knee, lightly tap the hand across. And moving in, last couple of seconds. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final movement, those half jacks. So work through the right, then work through the left. Right foot to side, arm overhead. Left foot to side, arm overhead. Just moving right, and then left. Again, whether the first movement right to the last and not force something through just because we're on the last part. If you felt breathless and needed to rest and pause, it's really important that you take that break. Continuing on, if everything feels okay, working through the right, then through the left. Light foot tap, arm, nice light press overhead. arm across chest if this position is uncomfortable. 3, 2, 1, and rest, okay? Really important now, just take that rest. Might feel that kind of challenge. Just collect your breath, return, just catch your breath. Take a couple of seconds. Inhale, slowly exhale. And again, I'm just taking that pressure off my body, taking that weight out, resting against the back of my chair. Or just taking that fully seated position. And again, just catching your breath. Take a couple of seconds. Nice and light, inhale through the nose. Slowly exhale. Okay, taking a sip of water. However, what I'll do is I will now introduce our strength block of work. So building up, introducing a couple of new movements today. And as I said, we're just slowly building up the pace. And the way we have with the aerobic work, we're gradually increasing some of the challenge with our strength circuit. So now we're returning to our strength work, working the upper body, working the lower body. So just to have your weights ready or nearby that we can use them when required. Otherwise, let's begin. First movement today will be a wall push-up. So all you want to do is just find a good a clear patch of wall nearby, and then I will guide us through the setup. Setup for the movement. Bring your hands about shoulder width apart and at about chest height. So the arms aren't up, they're not down too low, about chest height. I walk my position back, my heels are off the floor, and I create that angle. So the closer in I am to the wall, the easier the movement will be. The further I walk away, the more challenge I will introduce. So I find a spot where I feel there'll be a nice level of challenge. Keeping the hands fixed against the wall, keeping the body straight, let's begin. Lower your body in towards the wall, press away, so that's 1. Lower the body in, nice strong press, away from wall. 2. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you push away from the wall. Keeping the body straight, imagine a broom handle in line with your body as you lower in and press out. So never bending, just always keeping that position straight. Twice more. And return. Take a couple of seconds, checking in with your body. Well, how was that? Was it easy? Was it hard? Again, the further away I step from the wall, the harder that will be. The closer I am, the more upright I am, the less tension. We're going to think about our chest, very active, strengthening around our chest. And we might feel the arms quite active as well. And just general upper body strength and power. So let's return to that position for a second time. Remember again, those hands at about chest height, so not too high up, about shoulder width, so there's a little bit of space. I walk my feet back, my heels are off the floor, I have a nice angle, but I would walk it in if I felt this was difficult on the first round. Let's begin. Slowly lower the body in, nice and straight, press back out. Inhale as you lower in, exhale as you apply that power and press away from the wall. Slowly in, strong press away. 4 more times. And rest. So we'll walk it in. Okay, that's our first challenge for today, upper body strength. What I'm going to do now is bring us into the seated position, and we're going to work on a different form of a sit to stand today, bringing a little bit of extra challenge into the movement today. So how I will do this one. I want to sit comfortable. Again, my chair is placed against the wall here, so it won't move. 2 feet, okay, about hip width apart here, or shoulder widths. I want you to place your left foot forward. So walk that left foot forward. The heel of my left foot roughly in alignment with the toes of my right foot. So left foot forward, right foot is back. What that will do is make my right leg work that little bit harder. From this position, you can hold the sides of your chair for support to give you a little push if you require, or as I will go with my arms crossed, elbows raised. From this position, I want you to stand up, really imagining pressing that right heel into the floor. Sitting back to the chair. Continuing with that same position, pressing, standing up tall, sitting back down. So that right leg, which is further back, is taking the load of my body. It's working that little bit harder than the left foot, which is placed forward. Okay, 4 more times. Really working our right leg here. Again, we always like to perform any kind of sit to stand or squat at a nice controlled tempo, never rushing. Twice more. Exhale as I stand. Inhale as I sit back down. Once more. And back down. I want to adjust the position. Left foot back. Now my right foot placed forward. So again, there's still width, about shoulder width, but the right foot is further forward, the left foot is further back. The heel of the right foot roughly matched up with the toes of the left foot. Push from side of the chair if required, that support, or arms across chest, lift the elbows, and let's begin working that left leg extra hard. So push the heel of left foot into floor, I stand up tall, and I sit back down. Within this, just your position. If you feel the angle's just a little bit off, foot's a little bit too far forward, bring it back a little bit. But either way, I'm going to work that left leg extra hard in this position. Four more times. Now as I exhale, as I stand. 3. 2 more. Inhale as I lower. And once more. And rest back down, okay? Take a couple of seconds, relax the feet back to a natural position. Take a sip of water if you like. Just see how that felt. Ask your body, was that hard? Was it easy? If you really did not like that variation, you might like to return to a regular sit to stand with your feet beside each other so one isn't further ahead. But if this version felt okay, let's try it out one more time, giving each leg a chance to out. So, right foot forward, left foot is further back, still shoulder width. The heel of my right foot roughly in line with the toes of that left foot. Okay? And let's begin. Arms across chest or side of the chair, elbows up, and let's begin. So we're going to work the left leg in this position. I want you to exhale as you stand up. Inhale as you lower back down. And let's go again for number 4. You might notice we're working the left leg twice in a row. I could have switched that up and worked the right first. You might notice I mixed that one up a little bit. We're just going to work the leg on the left side extra hard, and we'll shortly move back to the right. I'm going to go one more time, standing up nice and tall. And return. Okay, now what I should have done that time is to bring the left foot forward, right foot back. So think the heel of your left foot roughly matched up with the toes of your right foot. Okay, keeping that width between them. Do you need that push, or are you comfortable with just arms across chest, elbows raised raised and less support. Let's begin. Working that right leg extra hard. So again, each time, the leg which is further back will do most of the work. Again, keeping a nice straight back, always with a sit to stand. Never bending that back. Thinking of that heel pushing into the floor as I stand. Exhaling as I stand up. Refuel air in as I lower back down. 3 more times. And 2 more. And once more. And rest down, okay? Take a couple of seconds. Just checking in with your body. How did that feel? Working the legs a little bit harder today than we have done in previous sessions. So a little bit of extra challenge in there today. What I want to do next is to grab my 2 weights. Okay. We're going to do a rowing action in a seated position. Very important to this movement. I want you to sit forward in your chair, that you're not stuck to the back of the chair. So that gives me a little bit of space to bring my arms back into, which will work for our rowing action. We're trying to work and target the back of our body, and this is a nice place to start. So I want you to grab your 2 weights, hold them out in front, and the action is rowing. So I want you to pull the weight low into your stomach, bring the elbows back until you feel a squeeze, connection in the back of your body. And then relax the arms in front. Pull back and squeeze. Relax the arms out. Notice that exhale as I pull back. Inhale as I relax out. So that main action is pulling back in towards stomach, that rowing, pulling back action. 4 more times. And 3. Squeezing, connecting with my back. 2, keeping those elbows in a narrow position, not flaring out wide. And rest. Rest the weight down. Again, check with yourself how that felt. Just ensure you keep an upright position on the rowing. You're not bending, you're upright, and you have space to bring those arms back. Really important. If I was stuck to the back of that chair, I don't have that space to work with. So let's go again. Nice and upright. Grasp my 2 weights. Arms out in front. Pull back low into tummy. Bring the elbows in. Squeeze. Relax the arms out. Pull back and squeeze. Relax the arms out. So 2 of 8. Again, I like to keep the elbows slightly narrower rather than flaring out, just to really help me connect with the back of my body. As I perform the last 4 repetitions. And 3. And 2. A nice squeeze, activation in my back. And 1. And relax, okay? We'll rest the weights down. Again, always just taking that drink of water as you need. I'm going to bring you to one final exercise where we will work the legs, in particular the lower part of our legs, the calf. So, okay, setting up for our last exercise here, our heel raises. I'm just going to set myself up, standing behind my chair, nice and upright. My toes are straight ahead, and I can just lightly hold on to that chair. From this position, elevate the heels, nice and tall up onto your toes, return heels down. Heels up, return back down. So 8 times as always. Heels up, return down. Heels up, return down. 3 more times. Keeping that body nice and straight. The only position I can go is up and back down. 1 more time. And you might just lightly shake those legs out. Going to do that same action one more time. Again, just looking to feel, connect with the back of those lower legs. Thinking about keeping that position as upright as you can to keep that maximum connection back of those lower legs. So again, nice and straight, toes straight ahead, holding the back of my chair. Let's begin. Elevate the heels so you're right up on your toes. Return back to floor. Heels up, return back to floor. And we continue on. Let's go 4 more times. Heels up, return back down. 3 more. And 2. And once more. And rest. Again, might just lightly shake the legs out. So that's your strength block of work. We're just picked in that first 3 weeks of exercises. We just picked a couple of movements just to get a feel for them, get a sense for them. Okay, so now I'm just going to guide us through our cool down. Just going to take a seat and a couple of stretches to relax down after our main blocks of work. This first exercise, I just want to sit comfortably into the chair. Elevate the right knee, just lightly hold on to that knee and gently raise that knee up towards your chest. Might feel areas like around our glute, our hip, lower back might feel nice in this position. And we're just going to hang out here for a couple of seconds. Rest down. I'm going to work with that same side again. Lift the right knee, lightly hold on and just gently raise that knee up as high as you're comfortable with in this position. Just going to hold for a couple of seconds. And then rest back down. We'll swap sides now. Elevate the left knee, just to lightly hold on. Gently raise that knee up as high as you're comfortable with. I'm going to hold for a couple of seconds. Again, think areas like our glutes, our hip, lower back, just feeling nice in these positions. And then rest back down. Reset, same again, lift up. Lightly holding that knee and just gently raise as high as comfortable. Holding the position here for a couple of seconds. And rest down. Now, let's reset. Just extend the right leg, hold for a couple of seconds. Extend the left leg, just hold for a couple of seconds. Just nice, light, relaxing movements, just allowing that body to return to a rest. Gradually bringing that heart rate back to a resting level. Once more. And back down, okay? Next, let's move and bring our 2 hands onto the right leg and just gently stretch down towards the foot. Straight back up, gently down towards that foot. Straight back up, and once more. I'm going to swap sides, bringing hands to my left leg. Gently stretch down as far as comfortable. Back up. Just gently stretching down towards that foot. Straight back up. And then one more time. Now, moving up the body further now. Opening your arms by your side. Gently pull back. Open up that chest. And let's hold that position. Relax the arms in. Gently pull back, open up that chest again. Let's hold that stretch. And relax back in. One more time. And back in. After working our back in the session today with those rowing action, let's bring our fingers together, palms of the hands faced out, straighten the arms out as far as we can. Let's hold that stretch. A couple of seconds in the position, and return back in. And straighten, lengthen those arms out as far forward as we can. Let's hold the position, hold that nice stretch. And back in, and let's go one more time. Straighten the arms out, hold. And back in, okay? Next action is we're under very light. I want you to raise up that right arm, slowly back down. Again, if you like to tie this in with your breathing, raise the right arm. Think inhale, exhale as you lower down. Swap sides. Nice controlled action. And once more. Now, just a nice breathing exercise. Again, this is just kind of, just to give you a bit of a connection with the breathing. What I want to do is place one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. What I want to think about, where is the movement? Is there a lot of movement in the chest? Do I move quite shallow with the breathing, or can I get a little bit further down, right into the belly with the breathing? Again, just getting that little bit of feedback from your hands. So let's begin. Inhale through the nose. Filling your belly with air, and then slowly exhale. Inhale, fill that belly with air. Expand, I fill, and then I slowly release. Inhale. Getting that feedback from the hands. Is the chest moving? Is the stomach moving? Looking for movement in the stomach. Not looking for movement in the chest. Try and get as deep as I can with that breathing. Okay, that concludes our session for today. First 3 weeks of video is done. In our second series, we're going to push into slightly more challenging exercises. If you found out that work quite difficult, you could kind of go back, repeat some of those movements. If you feel ready to progress, we're going to bring it further into more challenging exercises in the weeks ahead. So talk to you again soon.